Hello and welcome to this video. If you are reaching this video, your spirit team, your higher self, or your ancestors have brought you here today to receive a message. Hello, my name is Michelle. You can call me Mimi if you like. I've been doing tarot and oracle card readings for about 10 years. So, if you find that you like my vibe, please don't forget to like, vibe, and just like... Okay, I'm gonna leave that blooper in here. Like, vibe, and subscribe if you do like this channel. And with that being said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Always know that if it doesn't vibe well with you for whatever reason, don't take what doesn't vibe. With that being said, let's get started. So what is the message for this collective? The fact that I felt open enough to be silly and goofy. That's the thing that I like about you guys already, is I felt comfortable with not being perfect. So thank you for holding that energy and being open to receiving for someone that fumbles and isn't always on the right track sometimes. Because life happens, right? I think it's cool that you get the rainbow waterfall already. And so I want to talk about the rainbow waterfall energy while I'm shuffling. The rainbow waterfall, anytime I see the rainbow waterfall, it makes me smile because I'm like, you know, rainbows are promising. And what's kind of weird is behind you guys, I have YouTube on my thing, and it's not playing or anything, but I'm looking at one of the thumbnails of one of the videos that are on my main homepage, and there's a girl and there's a rainbow going across from her face to here, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of funny that matches that energy. So rainbow waterfall. Rainbows, when I look at rainbows, they are promising. They're promising of better things yet to come, and it talks about miracles here. And the miracle of transformation, there's two butterflies on here that I'm paying attention to as well. And waterfalls are cleansing. So whatever you're purging, because like what's weird is I'm looking at this as someone bawling, like crying their eyes out. Like, I've been crying my eyes out. Maybe you're going through a tough time, whether that's through grief of losing a loved one or grief of losing, you know, a partner that you've been with for a long time. This is what I'm seeing, is the rainbow is showing up as a promise of greater things to come. You deserve better if that's a partner situation. If it's you lost a loved one, my condolences, but it also gives you hope that these loved ones are looking over you and promising better days, even if that means they're not there. So, there's no way to sweeten that message, because that's the first thing I saw was people like getting this like emotional reaction, like really bawling their eyes out. And I'm like, there's so many ways or so many reasons for people to be doing that, but I feel like the two reasons that came to me I was willing to speak on, which is like a partner or losing someone you love in a like not a harsh way, but you know what I mean, I hope. Let's see what else comes up. What else is coming up for the person? Have grace with yourself. Yeah, the wise woman of the grove coming in, and the treasure at the end of this like tunnel vision, because I think when we're purging and when we're deep in circumstance, whether that's grief or dealing with a breakup or dealing with something hard in general, weird, I got car accident, And so the thing that I'm coming around to is that have grace for yourself. There is a light at the end of the tunnel of this big, huge, miraculous purge that you're going through. And remember that the hard stuff is only temporary. It's only temporary. Have grace with yourself when you're under, have grace with yourself when you're under this pressure. This pressure, the pressure, the pressure, the pressure of the waterfall, the pressure of the waterfall. What waterfall, what are you purging? Pay attention to the energy of which you're purging. The energy of which you are purging, whether that be loss, whether that be sadness, whether that be depression, whether that be guilt, shame, or this, that, and the third. Pay attention to what you're, pay attention, but don't grasp onto. Let it go. Let it happen. Let the purging happen. But have grace with yourself because of the fact it is happening. I feel like some of you may have been told in the past that you're too emotional, and you need to have grace with yourself when you do have those emotional states, because those emotional states they're overwhelming, but they become beautiful over time, because once you actually let yourself fully go through it, right? Once you let yourself fully go through the emotions, I'm going to stop shuffling because it's distracting me a little bit from what I'm pulling or gathering. So, where was I going from there? Okay. Let me connect back to where I was going. What I was trying to say is the more that you push yourself down, and don't allow these emotions to purge out, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting anyone. You're not hurting. Here's the reminder. You're not hurting anyone by being emotional or being too emotional. These emotions need to be filtered out. Just like when you make coffee, you have a coffee filter, right? I can't understand where we're going here, but there's a reason why you have a coffee filter, right? If anyone can explain that to me, that would be great. But what they're explaining to me as far as spirit is you need to filter out that emotion by allowing yourself to feel it and really feel it. Give yourself permission. This is your permission slip to allow yourself to feel it. If you get anything from this video, grab a pillow. And if you feel like screaming or crying into that pillow, do it. Do it. Give yourself a timer. If you need to give yourself a timer. If you feel this emotion coming up, it's coming up to be released. It's coming up so you don't have to deal with it anymore. Quit bottling it up. Quit putting a cap on an emotion. Because when you put a cap on that said emotion, you are suppressing yourself, and it's weird. Another analogy I can give you is think about you shaking up a bottle of soda and then you just release it a little bit and the water, the soda comes up, but then you quickly close it and it's still could you imagine if that bottle was a person? And their emotions, and it's all up in here, getting willing to say, you're getting to the point where you're wanting it to be vocalized, wanting it to be like externalized, and then it gets caught up. Gets caught up in your throat. You know, for all we know, when we do suppress it, how do we know it doesn't cause our throat to close up? Like, have throat issues, have sore throat. Like, how do we know? What are you not speaking up about? What are we not speaking up about? Why are we not speaking our truth and accepting it as it is? I was told to pick this up. You got the Starry one. You got the Starry Night, which is talking about acceptance. But what's funny is when I pulled these cards out of the box, where is she? I like how it's hiding from me now that I want to talk about it, but there's this card that stood out to me, and I didn't pull it because, like, I didn't shuffle it, but she's screaming. She's screaming, and it's like, it's kind of interesting how that happens, and I feel like I'm having a conversation with you, like, and being like that coach of like, hey, you can do that. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. Allow yourself. It takes great courage to have those feelings. It's gonna be a change. It's going to be a change. You have to allow yourself to speak that truth. Have grace with yourself. Accept your truth. Accept your truth. What is it about your truth? I want to know if I'm talking to a specific person and this feels like it's for you. I want you to tell me down in the comments. Why is your truth, the Raven Spirit, why is your truth so hard to handle? Why is your truth so hard to handle for yourself? Not just for other people. We're not talking about other people. So we want to look at you. We want to look at you for a moment and really get into that nitty-gritty, because we have the rainbow waterfall talking about miracles coming in and promises of a better future yet to come, and being told to have grace with yourself as you're purging and learning to accept it. But what are you not accepting about your truth? What is it that you're not accepting about your truth? What is it that you're not accepting about your true divine nature and how you choose to show up in this world? Your truth is your truth. My truth is my truth. And it's okay that we have different truths. But what is yours? And why are you holding yourself back from vocalizing your truth, or writing it down, or like, what is your excuse not to vocalize and speak up? Because we know that a raven and a crow are not afraid to make noise. But why are you? Why? I don't know why. I feel like this reading is more of me having a conversation with somebody, which I love. And I'm fully channeling this, but then I'm repeating myself. I noticed I was repeating myself, but maybe you need to hear it. Maybe you're in the back of the room and you really need to hear that question again. Why are you afraid of speaking up for yourself? I loved this reading and how it came through. I hope that this reaches whoever it needs to for their highest good and their highest happiness. And if this did vibe with you, please vibe down in the comments, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. A big portion of the people that watch my videos, for some reason, don't subscribe. And I'm making these videos not only for myself, but for you guys. And I would like to see more subscribers come in and let me know what you think. All right, with that being said, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you next time. Much love.